Alright, so the servers are finally back up and I can finally try Quan Chi. Apparently his keep away is godlike. Nobody's even questioning who the best zoner is. It's obviously Quan Chi, but is he top 5? That's the question people are asking, but is that actually true? Today let's find out if Quan Chi is terrific or terrible, starting off with the special moves. Head rush. Okay, your standard projectile does hit high. What's it like on block? It better be death. Yep, minus 12, good. But then we have the meter burn version. Oh my god, that's a big skull. I've heard about this thing. It actually destroys any other projectile in its path. It wins every single time. And then if that wasn't crazy enough, you can actually change the timing of it. That's the slow one. And then here's the fast one. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Rip Reptile, I just stole your entire career. I can do your force balls, but better. No, seriously, check this out. I'm gonna tell Reptile to jump back and do his force ball, and watch this. I'm just gonna win. Nom 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 nom. Oh my goodness. And Quan Chi actually has a portal that can buff his keep away, and it makes this projectile even better. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Because apparently this projectile can also be done in the air, and look at that angle, almost a perfect 45 degrees. So not only can I jump over your projectiles, but I can fire my own. That's godlike. Can I meter burn? I can. Oh my god. Yeah, so already Quan Chi looks pretty godlike. The only thing holding him back is you can't combo into the meter burn version. It's not quite fast enough. But next up we have Psycho Skull. Oh, that's the overhead. Yeah, so normally against most keep away characters, you can just duck or at least crouch block and you're safe from everything. Not Quan Chi. He's got overhead skulls and you can aim it. Oh my gosh. So right there, that's the regular version. Here's the far version, and I bet there's a close version if I hold back. Yes, there is. That's already really good, but what's it like on block? Is it safe? It's minus 8, but look at all the pushback. Even if done really close, can the opponent punish this thing? Minus 7? Yeah, this thing's not really punishable when you think about it, which is already godlike. But what's the meter burn? Oh, that's right. It launches the opponent and it hits twice. Look at that. This thing theoretically could beat wake up attacks because it hits twice to break the armor. That's really good. Oh my gosh. And you might think, oh, well, it pushes the opponent away so you can't combo after it. Wrong, wrong. Quan Chi can always combo after things. And then if you're close enough, can he get a jump combo? No, but can he dash forward? I bet he can do that. Yeah, basic stuff like that. Oh my goodness, I found the tentacle monster. That was just a guess, but I found the tentacle monster. Oh, and I almost forgot, this thing tracks too. If you spend a bar, you don't have to aim the fireball. It just finds the opponent. Yep, Quan Chi looking pretty crazy, but next up we have Field of Bones. Yeah, they're just kind of stuck in there. They can jump out, but jumping in this game is a death sentence for most characters because you can't block in the air, so Quan Chi can just hit you or uppercut, something like that. And like mentioned earlier, Quan Chi has a portal that literally buffs his zoning. Well, guess what? You can trap the opponent and then buff your zoning. Look at that. The opponent can't even punish you. You had time to summon it for free. Now, all that being said, can I hit the opponent when they're in here? Yeah, I kind of can actually. I thought they'd be like immune to my hits, but no, I can go for stuff. Can I throw them out of it? No, I can't throw them. They are technically in hit stun, but also able to block. It's one of those weird situations. So you can't throw them, but you can still go for pressure. And the good news is it hits mid. It's not a mix-up or anything. What's the meter burn version like? Oh, it's a trap? Just on the ground, and they can step on it? Is it always a trap? It is always a trap. I thought it tracked the opponent's location. Okay, what's the meter burn like? Oh, it just lasts for much longer, like 3 times longer, and only costs 1 bar. So spend a meter, summon the portal, and now you just have better keep away. Oh my goodness. That's his default projectile, by the way. But once again, not getting ahead of ourselves. Let's keep going. Because next up, we have Zone of Power, the portal that buffs Quan Chi's zoning and just makes it even better. Look at that. I got like 5 projectiles, and I didn't even have to spend bar. And then if I do spend the bar, check this out. Not only can I destroy all projectiles, but it teleports the opponent to me if it hits. How crazy is that? You just get a full combo. Oh man, Noob Saibot is back, baby, but his name is Quan Chi, playing with portals. Let's go. But we're not even close to done. This portal buffs every projectile, including the Psycho Skull. Look at that. It's no longer an overhead, but it does have a crazy good angle, and there's 3 of them. Oh my goodness, Martian Manhunter anybody? And then if I spin the bar, what happens? Oh my gosh, it still has the overhead. Only the first projectile, but still, we get to keep the overhead mix-up, and we get all the extra projectiles too. That's really good. Okay, but what happens if I jump? Oh, just the one. It's still purple, so the buff is definitely still activated. Maybe it tracks the opponent. Yeah, it does. It tracks. That's the difference. Okay, that's really, really good. And then what if I spin the bar? Oh, we still get the portal skull, and it's still gigantic. Oh my goodness. You're telling me that from the air, I can do a projectile that tracks the opponent, destroys every other projectile, and brings the opponent right to my feet. Oh my goodness, this move. We're still not done though. You can hold down the button, and then look at this. You can move the portal with you as long as you keep holding X. How cool is that? And I think you can still attack too. Yeah, as long as you hold X, you can keep the portal moving. That's ridiculously good. In Mortal Kombat X, Quan Chi was not allowed to move. He had to stay inside the circle, but in this game, you can just move the circle with you. In fact, you can summon it, then press X later and still move it. Look at that. That's really cool. You don't have to hold it from the start. You can press X later and then still move it. That's so good. Yeah, MK1 Quan Chi might be better than MKX Quan Chi in terms of zoning for sure. But here's where things get weird. If you amplify the portal, check this out. It just pushes the opponent away. How weird is that? It does not stay around for very long though. You can still move it, and that's kind of cool, but I'm kind of wondering what the point is of spinning the bar here. Yeah, it's a really cool gimmick to push the opponent away against their will. That's really cool, but at the same time, it goes away so quickly that I'm not sure it's worth the 1 bar most of the time. Oh my gosh, we're finally done with that move. Time for Falling Death. This is Quan Chi's teleport. He can do it in the air, which is crazy good in my opinion, and it's also so fast that it combos off of pretty much any touch, even from full screen. And if all that wasn't crazy enough already, spin the bar, and now it has armor. That's right, this teleport is the get off me tool, and I think the airborne version still has armor, which if true makes it great for countering keep away, because let's say you're jumping and you're about to fall on a projectile, no big deal, just spin the bar, you're armored, and get a full punish. Yeah, not only can Quan Chi zone, but he's also a counter zoner. How are you ever going to throw a fireball against this guy when he can just instantly kick you from full screen in 12 frames and then follow up with a teleport? What are you gonna do? Now of course the one downside is this teleport is super unsafe on block, minus 15, and the meter burn version is like, oh, still minus 15. I thought it would be worse, but you get the idea. Really bad on block. All right, almost done. Finally, we have From the Fog. Oh gosh, the tentacle monster. Don't say the H word in my comment section, okay? He's just the tentacle monster. He's completely safe for work, and he hits low. That's gonna be a great mix-up if Quan Chi has any overheads in his strings. And then on top of that, the range ain't half bad either. It's not great, but it is pretty good range. However, here's the interesting part. If you want to amplify, it costs 2 bars. The trade-off is you get a full combo follow-up. See that? You can jump in the air and still finish stuff, so I don't know, maybe this. I don't play Quan Chi, I'm just guessing here. Oh, I missed it. I thought for sure that would work. Let's try again. Oh, I'm too slow. Darn it. Maybe I'll just do this or something. I don't know, but you get the idea. This move can be great for extending combos, but the issue is it costs 2 bars. And now finally, it's time for the Fatal Blow. What's the range on this thing? Not very far at all, but look at the startup animation. That's really cool. You see all of the monster. He's not just a giant octopus, people. He's some weird Lovecraftian eldritch horror, which I just think is fantastic. And the damage is average, like 35%. You know what it is. And the opponent is left pretty close afterwards too, I think. No, they're full screen. That's perfect. Good, good. It would have actually been bad if they were close, so I'm glad the opponent's full screen, because that way Quan Chi can keep zoning. Okay, so now finally, it's time for the attack strings. Let's go. Tamed Impaler. Okay, ends in a high attack. Is it safe on block, hopefully? Yes, it is. It's neutral, actually, 0, which is even better than being safe. What's the first 2 hits like? -2, not plus. That's okay. Skewered Strike. Oh! Wait a minute, you're telling me that Quan Chi just gets a combo off strings? That's not fair. Why does Quan Chi just get to have this stuff? That's so good. What's it like on block? It better be punishable. -7. No, it's not punishable unless you up block. That is crazy, because don't forget Quan Chi has this. So he just has a 50-50. The low doesn't combo normally, but don't forget you can spin 2 bars, and now suddenly it starts combos. So overhead combos and low combos if you have the meter for it. Quan Chi's a 50-50 character. What is this, Mortal Kombat X? Anyway, next up we have Lowest of Blows. He better hit them in the balls. No, in the shin. That's okay. That's still pretty cool. What's it like on block? Ends in a low attack, and it's -7. And don't forget Quan Chi has overheads. So yeah, that's also a 50-50. My goodness. And also don't forget, this overhead can lead to a full combo. He can just do like this. Oh, I missed it. Next up, we have Enough, as in enough of Quan Chi being so good. Double overhead. So I can do overhead and then a low? or I can do overhead and then an overhead. Thankfully, the second overhead does not combo, but the first one does. You could do this. That's so sneaky. Oh, look at that. Almost 32%. Cost 2 bars, which is quite expensive, but it came off a 50-50. That's so crazy. Why is Quan Chi a zoner and a mix-up character, NetherRealm? What were you thinking? Kinda love it, though. Kind of really good. What's it like on block? -5. Completely safe. Yeah, if the opponent doesn't up block, Quan Chi is going to be a nightmare. Next up, we have Skeleton Jacker. I love the animation. I love that he flies in. That's so good. Damage is good too, 116, so that could be a damaging way to end combos sometimes. Do like this. It's basic, but look how far away they are. You can just start your zoning. In fact, you can actually do this. Portal time, and what's the opponent gonna do? Absolutely nothing. Next up, we have Coccyx Crusher. Okay, that's funny. Whoa, oh my gosh, is that 2 ways to combo? Can I jump? Okay, I can't jump, but it's definitely meant to start combos. Yeah, what the heck, man? Why does Quan Chi get to have everything? That's so cool. But don't worry, we're not done, because Quan Chi has some really crazy normals. First up is just X, or 3. Look at the range on this thing, and it launches the opponent, and you can jump cancel it on hit. How ridiculous is that? Quan Chi just has a single hit launching normal. Can I still combo from far away? I can, because that hitbox. Oh, he shoots a projectile out, that's why, like a tiny little projectile. That's so good. My gosh, why does Quan Chi just get to have everything, man? But if you thought this move had crazy range, look at Cunning Kick. This is just standing circle, and it tracks the opponent's location. It always hits behind them. Even if they're jumping, it will still try to hit them out of the air. I'm not joking. And you can cancel it, which is crazy too. And then of course from mid-screen or any closer, it can lead to a full combo because it pushes them in range of the tentacle grab. That is so good. My goodness, this move is crazy. Yeah, you can duck it, but don't forget Quan Chi has overheads, so you don't always want to be crouching. It's super risky. Anyway, this move is godlike. Best move Quan Chi has, probably. And then last but not least, we have Nether Eruption. An overhead. Just straight up, because why not? Can it special cancel? It can, just because why not? Quan Chi has a low starter, and he has an overhead starter. Why not? 16 and 27. The overhead is definitely reactable, but still quite crazy. And what's it like on block? -12, it's punishable, but here's the thing, you can hold it down. And once held down, it launches the opponent for a full combo. Once again, no meter required. Do you have time to jump after it? You don't, so that's kind of fair, I guess. But you can still do crazy stuff after it, I bet, like a full combo. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. You still get combos for sure. And what's it like on block if you charge it? Plus. It is +8. Is there pushback in the corner? That's going to be the main deciding factor here. If there is no pushback in the corner, Quan Chi's godlike. Yeah, he's godlike. +8. And this guy has 50-50s, so +8 into mix-up after mix-up, all of which can lead to full combos. Quan Chi might be a top 5 character, not even joking. And I almost forgot we have air strings. First up is Brilliant Blast. Okay, just get away from me. Big full screen, great for zoning starting, all that cool stuff, but can't be followed up unless maybe with Scorpion, but even then still not a good idea. Double Death Dealer is my favorite, because it ground bounces, and that gives follow-ups. That tentacle is just a bit too slow, and I think that's on purpose. I gotta find a different way to end my combos, huh? Anyway, next up we have Be Gone! That does not ground bounce, but you probably could still, like, combo him into Scorpion or something. Let me see. I have Scorpion because canonically they're bros, you know, they're bros in the 3D era. Yeah, it's possible, but only if you summon Scorpion before you do the final hit of the string. I'm not sure if the damage is worth it, but the point is it can be done. And we're finally done with Quan Chi. He definitely is a godlike keep-away character. Let me know in the comments if you think he's the best zoner, because to me, I think if you're a Shang Tsung main, just switch to Quan Chi, man. He does everything better. And for some reason, NetherRealm also made him good up close. The guy has 50-50s that lead into more 50-50s, and almost all of them can get a full combo. And even though his combo damage is not crazy high, it's still average. Like, it's decent combo damage for a guy that has such good keep away. Or in other words, Quan Chi is just solid. Very low risk, especially if the opponent doesn't like to up block, and yet he still gets a great reward. Great keep away, great mix-ups. Yeah, this guy is fantastic. But let me know your thoughts on Quan Chi in the comment section down below. Do you think he's great, fantastic, top 5, or do you think he's mid? Grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. And while you're down there, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really does does help my channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdog.